What is going on, guys? My name is 4G. So in this video, I wanted to talk about brutes in Fortnite. Now, not only brutes in Fortnite, but also the thing in the title, which is really the reason I'm making this video entirely, is that Ninja and Dr.Lupo actually switched over to PUBG for a little bit because of their frustration with mechs in Fortnite. I don't blame them at all. Honestly, mechs are a little bit broken, you know, just a little bit, not totally game breaking. That's sarcasm, by the way. It's quite a broken item, and it's okay if you like it. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Personally, I just don't think it belongs, at least in competitive play. I don't know about casual play. Personally, if it were up to me, they should make the whole thing into an LTM, maybe planes and mechs in one versus another team of mechs and planes. Now, I'm adding planes in there because if you guys played that plane LTM back in Season 8, that was honestly a lot of fun for a lot of people, including myself. I didn't enjoy planes in the actual Battle Royale mode back in Season 7 when planes were a thing, but I did enjoy them a lot in that LTM, and I think if they did that with brutes, instead of just throwing them into the core Battle Royale, I think that would be a much better thing that they could do. Other than making an LTM, I think that they could definitely either just nerf them in all modes, or, like I said, at least remove them from competitive play. Now, this whole talk about brutes, even more than it was before, started because Epic Games released a Season X competitive launch update, and now this is not really a competitive launch in my opinion. This was more of a spit in the face to competitive players, and basically what it said was they were basically just adding a laser to it so that you can see where the missiles are going to be guided instead of actually just not knowing where the missiles are going to be. And in my opinion, I think this is more of a buff to the brute than a nerf. This is not a nerf that anybody had in mind. Now, the thing that really upset players, especially competitive players, was the fact that it said the brute remains within the core game mode, solo, duos, and squads, which makes sense, and in competitive arena and tournament play. Not something that they should have done. That is what felt like a spit in the face from Epic Games, because they know how much people want a separate loot pool with competitive and casual play. And also, speaking of a loot pool, I just want to add this in. Epic Games doesn't realize, or at least they just don't seem to realize, maybe they do and they're just, you know, this is their plan or something, but they are just dividing the player base when they don't have a separate loot pool. They think that having a separate loot pool will divide the player base, but it's the opposite, because when they add things like this into both competitive and casual playlists, this has the competitive players upset with casuals for, you know, being catered to and having something that is very casual oriented in the game and also in the competitive game. And casuals are upset that competitive players are always complaining about this and complaining about all these things that they added to the game. This could be easily fixed by them just filtering it out and having separate loot pools, having things like mechs not in competitive play. It's so simple. That's all they have to do is keep it out of that. There's a lot of people who play casual modes, of course, who don't want mechs. That's why I've also suggested that they need to possibly make it into an LTM. But all this does is separate the player base, and I see it all over the place. Tons of people just being completely separated when we should all be coming together, and it's kind of difficult to do that when Epic Games is constantly catering to one side or the other rather than just catering to both, which they could easily do. They could easily make a separate thing. Think about Siphon. They separated that. They added Siphon to competitive, took it out of casual for people who didn't like it in casual. It's no longer in casual, but it's in arena and you can still play it in that mode. I think that's what they need to do for everything. That's what they need to do, but they have already stated that they don't like separate loot pools, and I just don't agree with that whatsoever. Epic Games, you need to remove this mech from competitive, or at least heavily nerf it, or even better yet, remove it from all Battle Royale modes and keep it only in that brand new LTM. That would be nice. I say brand new, but it doesn't actually exist yet. Hopefully it exists in the future, because a brute versus brute LTM would be great instead of having it in normal playlists. Anyways, guys, what do you think about the brutes? Leave it in the comment section down below. I love Fortnite, and I wanted to talk about this because I love Fortnite, and I don't want them to constantly be making bad decisions. Now, I think they make these bad decisions on purpose just to have more people talking about their game, but then again, I think that if they were to make their game actually good and not constantly making bad decisions, people would be talking about their game positively, which is, at the end of the day, I think that that's a lot better. People constantly being negative about their game. And before I end this video, though, I want to say also, Epic Games, add an FOV slider. It's that simple. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below. If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you guys would like to support me, you can use my supporter creator in the item shop. Code is YouTube. It's 4G. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.